You can't even follow a simple test or instruction that your man give you. For example, a bun. He asks you not to wear a bun in public, but you do it anyway. That's first of all, you insulted his intelligence because apparently he knows something. Apparently, he done been there and done that before, so he's trying to put you on. But it's like you don't want to listen. It's just like a mother with a child, a disobedient child. If that child ain't listening, she's gonna whoop that child. So as a man is the same way. A man don't want no disobedient woman. He's gonna leave her. You feel me? A lot of women speak on having a good man, but when you get a good man, baby, you acting like you can't listen to him. You act like you know everything when you really don't, baby. And that's the problem. Y'all don't freaking listen.
As a girl with daddy issues, I feel like I'm free to speak on this. And I just feel as though if some of y'all had y'all's dads in your lives, y'all wouldn't be craving the daddy-daughter relationship in a man that...
Notice something here. She started off by talking about how she have daddy issues, right? So we're already dealing with a woman that has a lot of trauma, a woman that have a lot of hurts, pains, and most likely have a child out of wedlock. First problem that we have. Then she starts to project her sins on other women by saying that they have daddy issues and that they're looking for a daddy in a man, which is exactly what she always be doing throughout her life. You understand? This is what's going down in these streets. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. We got Sean in the chat. We have Awaken in the building. What's going on? Appreciate everybody rocking with me for the night. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let's get back into this. Let's go.
You're having sexual or romantic relations with. Fuck societal standards, and let's put that to the side real quick.
Notice what she just said. She said, F societal standards, fam. So basically, what she just said there is forget tradition, forget being submissive, forget all of that stuff about having a happy home, being a wife, all of that other stuff. Right now, we are literally examining a woman that is very, very bitter. Now, a lot of you guys, you'll look at her because she's a yellow bone sister and you'll be like, yeah, I'll get with her, bruh. Think twice before you do that because that woman on that screen is toxic and she is a problem. She is a problem, bro. A time bomb waiting to happen. Very, very mindful, brothers. Gotta be very mindful about what's going on. Let's proceed. Let's go. You're gonna learn right now. And remember my video that I made where I talked about if that is how you met her, remember, if that is how you met her, that is who she is. So keep in mind of that, fam. Let's go.
Look and see if you can catch up. A woman's relationship with a man and vice versa is a relationship. It's a partnership, meaning y'all are equal on all grounds unless there's certain boundaries.
Yo, she said equal on all grounds. She called it a partnership. No, there's no partnership between a man and a woman. Again, these women are out of order, out of line. This is that nonsense that Shaquille O'Neal was trying to push in terms of women and men being equal and we're all together. And it's just like, no, we're not equal, fam. There is no partnership. You don't notice that women are more quick to call you her partner rather than saying that she is your wife? And this is why us brothers are unable to build because we deal with these type of women that are out of their minds, man. Ain't no partnership here. Listen, I don't have no woman as no partner of mine, man. A woman is a helpmate. You are a helpmate, period. There's no other way around that. A helpmate, wife. That's it. You ain't my partner. You understand? Let's go.
That y'all mutually agree with. With that being said, if I am my man's woman, then that is what I am, his woman, not his child, and not his pet. Therefore,
not his pet.
Throw those terms disobedient.
Not his pet, but he's hitting it from the back, right? Not his pet. It seems like the only time a woman want to submit to a man is when it's time to have sex.
Obedient out the window. Because I noticed that
she said throw obedience out the window. She's not going to be obedient.
A lot of y'all mix up what it means to be obedient to somebody and to be submissive.
She said obedience and submissive, that we're mixing up the two words. In other words, being obedient means one thing, being submissive means one thing. This is coming from the educated BWs. Let's go.
Somebody. Now, I know I'm probably the only person that calls myself the dictionary, but I be really hitting y'all with these dictionary facts. So let's get into it. Obedience is following orders, commands, or instructions. Obedience does not guarantee a person's willingness to comply with orders. Submission is yielding to power or authority. In submission, a person has respect and love for those in power. So in simpler terms, because some of y'all are a little slow, obedience is something a person does because they don't have a choice.
So obedience is something someone does because they don't have a choice. So the majority of folks that's on the 9-to-5 grind that went and took the pointy thing when they didn't want to, you were just being obedient, right? You were doing something that you didn't want to do, but you did it anyway, right? So you were being obedient to your boss, right? Because they're paying you, right? Versus other people that said, look, I'm not doing that because that goes against my will because I don't want to do that. And they walked. You see the difference? So you telling me that as a woman, you're going to stay in a place of employment doing something that goes against your will. And you'll do that. You'll allow someone else to put something in your body against your will. You'll be obedient because you want to keep a paycheck, right? But when it comes to obeying a man, that's a problem for you. How many people went out there and received something in their body that they didn't want, but you did it as an obedience to a company that really don't give a damn about you? But you same ladies would have a hard time obeying a man? Really? You want to compare obedience from submission? That's your way?
Submission is something a person does because they want to.
So submission is something someone does because they want to, really? So you're not submitting to the powers that be when you're on your job? Let's see what the scriptures have to say regarding this issue, because, you know, these women, they be bugging out, fam. The Bible says in First Peter chapter 3, verse 1, it says, likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. You see that? Your job as a woman is to be in subjection to your husband. That's what you're supposed to do. But for whatever reason, it seemed like you're not wanting to do that. I don't know. I don't get it. But it is what it is. Now, I don't know what just happened. The whole screen just refreshed. I don't know what's going on. But I need to know that everybody is pretty much there. Let me see what's going on, because I don't see the chat moving. I don't see anything moving here. It seemed like we just lost the whole stream. I don't know what's happening. So let me see what's going on. Let's see. If you're there, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know if something happened. It says you're still there. Okay, let me see, because I don't see what's going on. So it's still moving in my video. So I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's something with memory. That's because I've been running this stream for so long. My computer is probably on fire. But anyway, fam, we're going to keep it rolling because I see the chat is still moving on my screen. So I'm not going to use the chat that is on the outside. I'm going to leave that one the way it is. And we're going to continue to rock out. We have one more show after this, so be mindful of that. So what we see based on 1 Peter is that it says, likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands. Now, if you're in subjections to your own husbands, that means to obey. Period. You understand? You're to obey your own husbands. Now, if the whole thing shut off, then, hey, you already done know my computer want to go to sleep. It is what it is, fam. We trying to rock out, do what we got to do, but I'm trying to literally go above and beyond with these live shows to see how much I can put in a short period of time. I'm trying to do something totally different than anybody else is doing in these YouTube streets. So Right here, we see that this woman is totally out of order. She don't know the difference between obey or submission. She obeys on her job, but when it comes to a man, she want to talk about, well, I'll submit because I want to submit. No, your job as a woman is to obey. We don't want to hear none of that nonsense, none of that mumbo jumbo, because you give your best to your job. You're very submissive on your job and you obey anything they tell you to do. You do that without question, even though you don't even want to be there. But you do what you're told. So I don't want to hear anything about what you, I'm submissive because I want to be submissive. No, you're going to obey. If not, then you can just stay by yourself, fam. Let's go.
Now, even though I come on this app with a very strong personality, I, believe it or not, am a submissive woman when it comes to masculine personalities. Therefore, I love to be dominated and I love to be told what to do even.
She says she loved to be dominated and loved to be told what to do. But yet she's not a wife. Let that make sense. Let's go.
But I don't like being controlled.
She don't like being controlled, but she like to be dominated. Let that make sense. She don't like to be controlled. Think about what she just said, fam. She don't like to be controlled, but she like to be dominated. So if I'm hitting it from the back, balls deep, right? She says she don't like to be controlled, but yet I'm controlling her. Because if I grab her legs and break them shits back, right? Like all the way back. And I have her in a certain position, I'm dominating. I'm in control, which means I'm controlling her, right? So it's okay for a man to do that during sex. See, this goes back to what I told you, fam. Women don't have no problem obeying and being submissive when it's time for sex. And this is why they always turning up being single moms, because of this very little thing. But let's hear what she got to say.
And some of y'all are having a hard time learning the difference between the two. So
No, they're not learning. No. You are the one who don't know the difference between the two.
If I had a man and he told me, babe, I'm hungry, can you fix me something to eat? I'm going to fix him something to eat.
That's because you're obeying him. Duh. It's not just you being submissive, you're obeying. To submit means to get up under the will or the vision of the man. Ladies, to submit to a man mean that you get up under the vision, the mission statement of that man. That's what it means to submit. It means that you're dedicating your life to the vision and the purpose of that man. And in doing so, you are obeying him. These women is lost, fam. Let's go.
Or if he says, hey, babe, my back hurts, give me a massage. I'm going to give him a massage.
So you'll give him a massage, right? Okay.
But if a man is trying to tell me to stop doing something or to do something more that doesn't affect anything other than his ego because of his insecurities, and then continues to catch some type of attitude because I don't want to do it, he can go.
Notice that, fam. Now all of a sudden he can go. Did she tell her so-called employer that? Did you tell your employer to go to hell? No. Most of you went along with the program because you were afraid of what you're going to eat, how you're going to be clothed, and so forth. So it's interesting to me that women have all of this smoke for a man that they're dating, but they don't have that smoke for their employer. See, a lot of people during the pandemic was able to learn how to fend for themselves, how to start businesses, and how to do a lot of things. Because what we learned, listen to me, fam. What we learned during this time is that we really don't need these employers. We really don't. They need us. And boy, are they suffering right now. Trust and believe, fam. The great resignation. You folks better get with the program because it's going down in these streets. A lot of people learn how to do their own thing during this time, but she has a hard time submitting to a man. I bet you when she go punch in the clock at her job, she's like, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, massa, sir. Doing as she's told. But when it's time to do what she need to do to take care of her man. All of a sudden now, it's a problem. You see what I'm saying? It's a problem. Awaken said, I left my job last month. Congratulations. Welcome to freedom. Welcome to freedom. Just go out there, do your own thing, start that business, get on your grind, do what you gotta do. There are opportunities out here, fam. When I tell you, there are opportunities waiting for you folks to just walk into those blessings. And them jobs, I'm telling you right now, listen, if you have to start off that way, it is what it is. We all start off with what we got to start off with. But the end goal, brothers and sisters, is to get out of that environment because it is a trap. We're going to talk about pensions. We're going to talk about different things. All of these different things are setups to entrap you, fam. I'm letting you know right now, we're going to do a stream on that, fam. It's a trap. I'm going to teach you a few things. Some of you folks that are literally like you on these jobs and whatnot, just a little pointer for you, fam. Let's say, for example, this is just a tip for some of those people that's out there that's probably on the fence about whatever. Let's say, for example, you're on the job, you're on the 9 to 5, and there's certain things you don't know. Let's just take, for example, the pension. A pension really ain't nothing at the end of the day. It really is not. You would have to be at a job for like damn near 50 years or whatnot to really see some sort of return. But I'm going to give you a little something. If you're a person who is a part of the Great Resignation and so forth, and you were at a particular company for, let's say, 9 years, right? If you were at a company for about 9 years, or let's say 10 the max, if you don't go over that 10-year max, right, you can actually go to your so-called the situation with your job that deals with your pension, and you can literally get that particular pension. You can literally take the whole thing. I'm telling you. Yeah. If you go over 10 years, well, I don't know. Maybe that's pretty much for the agency that I was at. But typically, if you go over 10 years, you're locked in, which means you're not going to be able to touch any of that money, which means it's going to stay there. The only way you're going to see that is when you're like 65 years old. That's crazy. That's crazy. So if you're at a company and you only been there for like 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, and you've been paying into a pension plan or whatever the case is, hey, if the company had let you go, or if you did whatever you had to do, you can go and you can get that money, fam. Trust and believe. Just know that it's there. Some people don't know this. A lot of you folks, you got money literally sitting there waiting for you. They're not going to tell you that because they want you to go over that 10-year mark so you could be locked in. Some of you who know this, you might know what's going on, but it is what it is. I don't know who that's for, but you need to make sure you look into that. Check in, see when you were first hired, and then go and check to see if that money is available for you. Because if it is, I suggest you to cash out. Don't let nobody else hold your money, because these companies use your money to invest. They use your money and they're gaining a bunch of interest off of your money. Your hard work, your sweat, your tears. Don't let them take advantage of you, fam. Don't let them do that. Anyway, let's get back into this. Let's go.
I gotta stop wearing my tube tops and my mini skirts in public because you don't want people looking at me.
Wow, we gotta rewind that back. Did you hear what she just said? You brothers are getting upset because this sister is wearing her tube tops and her short skirts and all of that stuff in public, and you're getting mad. Let's rewind that back. We got to hear that again.
Even though they're going to look regardless. But if a man is trying to tell me to stop doing something or to do something more that doesn't affect anything other than his ego because of his insecurities, and then continues to catch some type of attitude because I don't want to do it, he can go. I gotta stop wearing my tube tops and my mini skirts in public because you don't want people looking at me.
You see that? You see that? You see how you see her mentality, brothers? Remember what I told you, the way you meet her is how she's gonna be, fam. She's looking at you like you're insecure because you're questioning why she's wearing these tube tops, half naked, skin showing, all of this other stuff. She's looking at you as if though you're insecure because you're trying to teach her, like, look, sister, you're with me now. I'm your man. I cannot have you walking outside looking like that. Do you see the mindset of the modern woman? Do you see the mindset of the modern woman? So if I'm trying to guide you as a woman, let's just say, for example, you a sister, I met you, whatever, everything's cool. I didn't know you had an Instagram, but I find out you got this Instagram. I'm like, look, you with me now. We pretty much chatting. I don't really want to see you up online doing that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You misrepresented me. I'm with you now. If I'm walking around with you, people know you from online doing this trash. You're making me look bad at the end of the day. So she's basically saying that a man is insecure if he questioned her on why she's wearing her tube tops and all this other stuff. Why are you wanting to wear that if you with this man, fam? Why are you doing that? Why? Let's go.
Even though they're gonna look regardless? I have to cut all of my plates.
Notice she said even though the guys are gonna look regardless. So in your mind, because the guys are gonna look regardless, you figure you should continue to do the same thing? No, you want those guys to look at you with your tube tops and your short skirts because you want all the attention. Even though this woman has a man, she still want the attention of other men. You see how that works? Now, how many of you brothers want to sign up to get with her?
Platonic relationships with men because you don't like that you're not the only man in my life? No.
Whoa, we got to rewind that back, fam. Did you just hear what she just said? Did y'all just hear what she said? Oh my goodness, this is bad, man. Let's go. Listen.
Or if he says, hey babe, my back hurts, give me a massage. I'm gonna give him a massage. But if a man is trying to tell me to stop doing something or to do something more that doesn't affect anything other than his ego because of his insecurities, and then continues to catch some type of attitude because I don't want to do it, he can go. I gotta stop wearing my tube tops and my mini skirts in public because you don't want people looking at me even though they're gonna look regardless.
Wow.
I have to cut all of my platonic relationships with men because you don't like that you're not the only man in my life.
Notice that. You're questioning her by letting her know, look, I need you to cut off all of these platonic relationships to all of these men because I'm dealing with you. She's like, what? I'm not gonna cut off my platonic relationships with these men because, you're insecure because I got other men that are in my life. You see that? So basically, she want to be in a relationship with you and have all these other platonic guys that are friends. How many times have I taught you brothers and you sisters that as a man, you can never be a woman's friend? There's no such thing as a woman being your friend. Oh, that's my friend. No. Mm-mm. And ladies, I taught you this too, that a guy is never your friend. A guy just want to smash. If a guy is in your presence, he want to smash. If a guy see you and you look attractive, he want to smash. There's no such thing as him being your so-called friend. So you having these so-called platonic friends, these platonic male friends that are all around you, please understand that those are suitors waiting their opportunity to hit it from the back. Trust and believe, those brothers want to hit it from the back. They are just waiting their turn, fam. Let's get back into this.
No, sir, no, ma'am.
Wow.
You can tell me to do something else, though. Anyways, boundaries vary from person to person. But the problem is not women who don't listen to men. And the problem is not men who want a woman who listens to them. The problem is men who try to control. You
see that? These women believe that men are not supposed to control. Woman, a man is supposed to control you. Because you are out of control. That's why your life is in shambles right now, because you have no leadership, you have no guidance, you have no instructions, you lack wisdom, you lack the ability to choose a quality man, and that's why every single man you get with is always some dusty beta male simp that leave you with a baby. Every single man you ladies get in with is always a dusty beta male simp that always leave you with a so-called baby. Every man you get is always a bum that don't want to do nothing with his life while he's living off you, you buying him Jordans, he's in your house eating your kids' cereal. And you getting mad with brothers like me for spitting that real truth because we're the real brothers in these streets, and if you come to the table near me, you have to have standards as a woman. Just because you look cute, just because you're a yellow bone, just because you might have a wagon and a nice looking body does not mean that I'm gonna bow down and kiss your feet. No. I'm gonna set some standards, I'm gonna set order, and I'm gonna show you what you need to do. And if you're not gonna do that, you can go kick rocks because I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm not wasting my time. And I can guarantee you, that woman right there is a single mom. I can guarantee you, bro, I could look at a woman and I can just know she got like 2 kids. Facts. telling you, fam. All you gotta do is just look at the way she is. You can see the stress. You can see everything on her face. You could tell that this woman got a child somewhere. And she's upset and she's mad at the so-called baby daddy. That's not my fault, lady. You made the choice to get with that man. You made that choice. Let's go.
And gets upset when a woman doesn't allow herself to be controlled by him. And it's really that simple.
Wow. You see that mess that you gotta deal with, fam? This is what we gotta deal with in these streets, brothers. It is what it is. Y'all already done know the drill. We got the last show coming up next, so you already done know, man. This been a good one. Been a marathon all night long. Black Male Advice TV. You already done know what it is. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We already done know. We got one more show to do. You know? Appreciate everybody coming through, supporting the show. Shout out to Rashad for the super chat. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate your support. You said top of the morning, bro. Yup, I left my job because of the pointy thing. Didn't take it, so now I gotta focus on starting my business, bro. I don't regret it. I'm telling you, fam, it's the best thing you can do, fam. The freedom, because see, here's the thing, fam. Now you got the time. Now you got the most valuable thing that the company didn't want you to have, and that's the time to actually put into the business that you're trying to pretty much start right now. That goes for all of you. You know what I mean? Use that time, that free time. That's the greatest commodity you have. That's the greatest thing you have right now, fam, is that time. Use that time wisely to build what you always desired to build. Because I'm letting you know right now, fam, majority of people are stuck in that rat race and they're gonna continue down that path. Now understand, if all you got is that job, you gotta build with that, and then you gotta make your way to exit that, because they don't want you to leave. They wanna keep you locked in. Not only the job, but your co-workers too. Everybody wanna keep you locked in, but never ever quit on your goals, because in this life you only have one. Why would you waste your life, your entire life as a man or a woman, 60-something years on a job, only to get a pension? You didn't even do what you were born to do. That job has drained your soul, has drained your entire life. Fam, it is time for you brothers to get off your ASS and go start that business. It's time for you sisters to start that dream that you wanted. It's time for you brothers to start that business right now. Stop procrastinating. Stop playing games. Get on out there and start to build what you said you were gonna build. Now is the time. You got people out here getting a bag. You got people out here becoming millionaires overnight. It is no time to procrastinate or play. I am not playing. I am working. I am not playing no games. I'm all about excellence. While everybody is asleep, I'm busy working, doing what I gotta do, because this is not a game for me. This is a business, this is work, and you just now started seeing a little bit. Fam, you haven't even seen what I started, fam. This is just the start. Anyway, fam, next show begins in about 15 minutes. I'm out, fam. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100%